For all the talk about Trump's poll numbers, roughly 46% approve of Trump's job performance. That's the latest poll. It goes up, it goes down. There's one group far lower than Donald Trump, and that is the Democratic Party. They're at about 32%. Some polls put them as low as 20%. For reference, about 20% of Americans think OJ is innocent. There's a reason that Democrats poll so badly, because the only thing that defines Democrats right now is being against Trump. They have rallies about opposing the orange man, but they can't figure out what they are for. Exhibit A, we asked Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz point blank what her party stands for. What is the way to take Donald Trump on an issue? What should Democrats be for rather than be against?
What we're for is ensuring that we're not going to slash healthcare for millions of people. We're not going to make it harder for seniors to get access to their Social Security.
See what I mean? She gave us what her party is against anything that Trump might do. Want to make you scared of Donald Trump. Not what they are for. Exhibit B, a new ad by Democrats meant to win back some of the young male voters the party lost in the last election.
I had a really good time today.
Yeah, me too. I really look.
What are you doing?
She's coming with us.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals.
She was born here. She's a citizen.
I don't care. She looks like one of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador, she'll have lots of company.
Right, we get it. Democrats are against deporting illegal immigrants, while over half the country is for it. So what are Democrats for? Maybe our next guest can help answer that for us. The brains behind the ad you just saw, a number of other very successful ads, Joe Jacobson, founder and executive director of the Progress Action Fund. Good to see you. Come on. Really? Like, there's no one who is saying we should deport U.S. citizens.
Yeah, there are, because Donald Trump literally deported a 4-year-old cancer child. And as I mentioned previously backstage, they're also rounding up undocumented immigrants just because they look Latino. And it turns out they're actually citizens. There's a 9-month pregnant-year-old woman near where I live in Los Angeles who was detained by ICE. And we shouldn't be rounding up citizens because that's not what the American people voted for.
Okay, but so are you trying to make the point that Donald Trump is going too far, but Democrats are okay with deporting illegal immigrants who commit crimes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you committed a violent crime, you should be gone. The problem is that only 10% of the people that ICE is rounding up are actually
I've heard the statistics go back and forth, but...
So, yeah, I mean, as far as the 10% goes, like, you know, we should be focused on that 10%, not on the 90% who are just trying to make our society more productive. That's not what people want.
Okay, well, we can debate back and forth what people want, and I get, like, Progress Action Fund has been very successful. You guys did a lot of the abortion ads, you did some of the healthcare funding ads that scare everybody about what Donald Trump is doing. Has anyone ever won an election by scaring people about the other side?
Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump walked down the escalator and said they're rapists and they're taking your jobs. So clearly fear works. But I think we need to be talking about what the Democratic Party is for more. I absolutely agree with you. What we're for is securing the border. In 2024, we had that bipartisan immigration.
Oh, come on, Joe.
I mean, James Lankford, do you think James Lankford isn't conservative enough? Because he was the co-sponsor of the bill. He's hard right as anybody.
Oh, come on, Joe. You and I both know what was going on with that. Please, come on.
Yeah, Trump told them to not support the bill because he wanted a crisis. The same thing happened in 2013.
And Joe Biden could have closed Joe Biden could have kept the border closed. We're not going to. Okay, Joe. We're not going to debate the border. We're not going to debate the border. But help me understand with where Democrats are. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who I thought had a very good point on The View. Take a listen.
Those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest.
Why would that be so hard for Democrats to say about illegal immigrants?
It's not, but it's 10% of the people they're rounding up are actually violent criminals.
You and I both know those numbers aren't true. Come on.
It's 10%. I mean, let's just Google it. Do we have a fact checker on air? It's 100% accurate because that's from DHS. They're reporting these statistics to people, and it's counter to what the president, Stephen Miller, is. Stephen Miller has this big fetish of rounding up anybody who looks Latino, and that's not what people want. Democrats are for secure borders. That's why we've had 2 huge bipartisan immigration bills that we tried to pass, but we're not for deporting people just because of racial profiling, and unfortunately, that's what's going on.
All right, so I'm going to play Bill Clinton for you on Comedy Central. Take a listen.
It's not an election yet, and I think we need other people to come up with ideas. We're so interested in demeaning and debasing and name-calling, and President Trump's been richly rewarded for that.
Does he have a point?
We're in the click economy. What gets clicks? And what gets clicks is calling people out for their BS. Donald Trump, like it or not, he's done that. Jake and Logan Paul do that. You know, say what you want about those 2 guys, but they understand it's a click economy. And our ads, they test well with young men because unlike the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, we're actually of the demo. I'm 31, my deputy is 31. So we understand how to win over these voters. Yeah. But unfortunately, everybody seems to be running the campaign of John Adams right now.
I would say this, you do have a way of connecting with an audience. It's why we always keep having you back. Joe, it's good to see you. A lot more to come. We got 3+ more years of this. We'll see you soon.
See you soon, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.